Hi guys, I hope that you're well. I've got a story for you today. It's really intense and it's really personal. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's right for me to tell you. It's far more appropriate for Jordan to share the story with you, since it involves him and your third dimensional reality. Alas, as a 2D manifestation, I'm only so helpful in times like this. But hey, that's why creation manifests multidimensionally, right? So without further ado, let me turn this over to Jordan so he can share with you what's going on.
Hey everyone, thanks for taking the time. A few months ago, I met Adil Kassam, the founder of Unify, a nonprofit organization responsible for creating the single largest global meditation of all time. In 2016, the United Nations wrote to Adil personally to congratulate him and the Unify team for bringing together global peace organizations from over 150 countries. Thanks to Unify, approximately 2 billion people united on World Peace Day in this massive global meditation. You might already be familiar with the Maharishi effect, which is the reduction in crime rates observed when 1% of a population meditates together. This scientifically verified phenomenon shows the power of collective consciousness, and over the last 10 years, Unify has conducted over 100 global meditations. When I met Adil, he shared with me his story of where his vision for Unify came from. After seeking his path in the mainstream world, trying to find his way through business, psychiatry, and neuroscience, he found his life falling apart and decided to travel to India for a year and a half, seeking wisdom teachings, mystics, and meditating in the Himalayas. Towards the end of a 4-month meditation in a cave in Gangotri, he encountered the divine intelligence in a way unlike he ever had before. A cosmic realm opened up within his vision, and Adil could ask any question which was answered by what he rationalized to be the Almighty. After many questions and responses, one particular question came up in regards to bridging spirituality and business. "Do you know what the soul of a corporation is?" asked the divine intelligence. Adil contemplated this for a while and ultimately came to an answer: the brand. The divine lovingly responded, "Good answer. However, that's the corporate identity. The soul is living." Then the answer came to Adil: "It's the people." The vision responded affirmatively. Then Adil asked a strange question: "By the way, does the divine have a corporation?" And in response, thunderous laughter echoed throughout the cave. Adil sat with this laughter for a long time until he finally received the answer: Unify. God is the sum total of all things, unified. Suddenly, Adil's mind was filled with images of Earth's future, and he saw humanity living in peace, guided by wisdom and in harmony with nature, completely unified. He knew meditation was a major part of helping to create this, and took this vision to heart, realizing Unify as God's work, the highest level of good he could bring to humanity, uniting all as one. Knowing what he was called to do, Adil returned home to North America, where he diligently followed the vision, and many years later, on December 21st, 2012, his team launched the first worldwide synchronized Unify meditation. And he's been on the mission to organize world leaders, scientists, yogic masters, and humanity around the idea of unification, not just with each other, but in harmony with the source of all creation simultaneously. So, when Adil shared all of this with me, I knew that I had found someone who I could be close and connected with for a very long time. Someone who I could trust and respect wholeheartedly. And it's not just Adil, but the whole Unify team. Knowing there's a group of people dedicated to such a core mission, to unify humanity, gives me and so many people a lot of hope. I was invited to a Thanksgiving dinner at his home. Our friends from Food for the Soul had prepared an absolutely incredible feast for us all, and we had just gathered around in a circle to give thanks, when suddenly we heard a strange crackling sound, and going outside, we saw flames shooting from the roof, set ablaze by a chimney fire. While there was a bit of a panic at first, everyone was very responsible and calm. We called 911 and got everyone and the essentials to safety. Although the fire department arrived quickly, for the next few hours we watched Adil's home burn. Before then, his house had served as a hub and a home base for Adil's creative work and leadership in Unify, and for many of the Unify team as well. Now, Adil had never asked for anything in return for his work, and even today he feels very uncomfortable that his friends are helping him to get back on his feet. But Adil needs our help now, and so we've created a crowdfunding campaign to help him rebuild his home. The truth is, the insurance company won't likely pay anything for months, and in the meantime, Adil needs support for temporary housing, interim living expenses, and rebuilding a foundation that he can serve from. We know this is a big ask, and we know that there are tragedies happening all over the planet. Yet, what I see is that Adil's home was the center point for a lot of good in the world. Good that, if allowed to continue, could help bring an end to a lot of suffering. It's important that he has a safe and sacred place to live. We, some of Adil's closest friends, are asking you to feel into your heart and see if it's right to help a friend in need, and someone who I can say, with all of my heart, will be in service to humanity as long as he lives. If you're able to give any support, please visit our GoFundMe page in the links below. We've put together a GoFundMe campaign with the intention of helping not only rebuild this home better than it was, but to create an environment truly conducive to the transformation of the world. You can find the GoFundMe link in the description, and we thank you so much for your support.